Gameplay and story is such a hard thing to balance, especially if it's in a creative atmosphere of open world. We could think of Far Cry 3 series of all the things you could take over and destroy, but however none of them are either brought up into the mid-story, especially if you get to the Hoyt chapter. Or you can think of Cyberpunk 2077 during its early release. Or the Mass Effect series' terrible ending if you didn't play all the DLCs. But those were all destroyed from the effects of bad writing, greed, or just didn't know what to do. But however, there are aspects of games that actually bring up to what choices you do make, but you just have to sit and ask yourself, which choices do you make are canon? If you don't know really what I'm talking about, I want to talk about GTA 5, since there's so many things you could do in the game, but yet there is a select few of missions that you do and have choices in, to either let people die, to either go hardcore, or to either go by stealth. And there's still a lot of people not too sure for which way Michael, Franklin, or Trevor took their missions on. And for me replaying the game to get all the achievements, I think I found out which decisions you make are canon in GTA 5. To get started, we're talking about the mission staking out the jewelry. Throughout this mission, you're given a task to scope out the entire heist and getting ideas of what you could do. As you return to the home base, you have two selections on your screen, either go hardcore or go stealth. However, I do think the hardcore selection is canon to the script, because after you do the heist and play as Trevor Phillips for the first time, you cannot switch between Michael or Franklin. They were laying low after the heist, as something like this will bring more heat to the whole cast. So with that little detail, I think it could be canon that the stealth approach is actually canon to the script, whether it be of Trevor's heist or the FIB heist. What makes all this make sense is that you don't really have to lay low if no one knew they got robbed. The only one I think that you can actually go hardcore could be somewhat canon has to be the big heist, because there's so much direction and atmosphere towards that heist than the other one you select. But what about the people you have a selection to unalive or spare? Well, I think you actually spare all of them. Because if he did unalive them, why would Trevor show mercy to a torture inmate that he was given orders to execute? And of course, I don't think he had any reason to unalive the other ones, as it would have brought more pain than good. And I think I have a slam dunk on all of these when I bring up Martin Madrazo.
Did you kill him?
What kind of fucking animal do you take me for? No, I didn't kill him.
And another fact that I have to bring out here is that each mission that you do, the many people that you unalive in every course, I don't think it's a lot of them as the game's making it out to seem. To those who don't know, Weasel News, which is pretty much like Fox News for GTA, picks up on every progression you make throughout the game, especially if it's very violent.
Something went very wrong as a drug deal at a recycling plant in La Puerta turned into a violent shootout, leaving several gang members dead and police confused as to what has caused this recent upsurge in extreme gang crime.
Investigating officers have uncovered new leads in their investigation into the daytime robbery at exclusive Rockford Hills jewelry store Vangelico. It is thought that the guns used in the raid on the store were the same carbine rifles stolen from the LSPD SWAT van earlier this week.
That's going to wrap it up.